Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I know it's been a while since I did a live stream. Well, I've got some time on my hands now. Some things, hold on. Things kind of happened with work and all of that, so I adjusted, and here we are. Just a TLDR. I've been with the company for like 9-10 months or something like that, and I thought I was doing amazing from the feedback and everything I got. And I was fucking crushing it because it's an easy job. You literally just respond to reviews on fucking line and process POs. It's meaningless, mindless, just easy fucking work, right? I liked the job. It was pretty simple. It gave me a lot of independent time, and I could balance both of these things, crypto and I made a post. I guess we could kind of read through that just because I'm talking about it. I made a post about the whole situation. It's insane, dude. Like, it at no point was I trying to get out of working hard or doing anything. Like, just be very clear about that. And yeah, so I don't know. I just hit that point, and I had to make that. What was that jumping sound or volume? That's crazy. But whatever. Let me just check this real quick. And yeah, so I don't know. I just hit that point, and I had to. Stoked to see your wallet pumping when you weren't expecting that. Let me turn this music down just a little bit, and then kind of talk about this real quick. So, again, the job was super easy, and it's not something I intended to quit. I honestly wanted to keep that job for quite a while, and until I found something that replaced it tenfold. I didn't want to put myself into a struggling situation, but one of the things I've realized the last couple of weeks is like the struggle is literally getting you ready for the next step. It's getting you ready for whatever the fuck is next on the list of things to do. And if you don't know what that list is, you probably should write one. Like, I got it's right here. I tell you guys all the time, whenever you see me on here, you see my face on a fucking screen, get some paper and pens, because I'm probably going to be dropping some kind of alpha. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about what I'm doing to get where I'm going. And the only reason I say take notes is I can show you a track record. Everything's growing. Everything's improving. I'm constantly hitting my marks, and there's certain things that keep me able to do that. First thing is I'll never give up, ever. See? I just do stupid things like that. Well, stupid to other people, but it means a lot to me because I just leave that here, and it's like, fuck, man, this sucks. I wish it was easier, but if it was easier, you wouldn't be ready for the next step. That's the thing I'm kind of saying to you is like all of this stress, all of this shit I was going through, the burnout, the crash out, all of that. I think that has a lot to do with working at this job since Denver, going to eat Denver, and we'll touch in on that. That it's been extremely stressful, but if you don't know where you're going, you probably should get some index cards. I tell people to get these, put your routine, if you don't know where you're going, put a fucking routine down, and at least you have something to say, all right, I did this. Now what's next? What else can I do? So for example, I don't live in Philadelphia yet. I'm always in Philadelphia. Well, I was a lot up there a lot more with this job. I just didn't have the time to get back and forth, but I'll be in Philadelphia probably by the end of this week. But I want to live in Philadelphia. I want to work remote. I want to own a pickup truck with a motorcycle. I want to make 10K a month. That's only $2,500 weekly. And I want to do that through Web3, crypto, Kaido, art, and SMS apparel. All the stuff I love to do, all the stuff that I don't care if it was 24 hours, I would sit here and keep working at that level. And that's what told me that, this job I had, I don't give a fuck about it. Like, I am in a position where I need income, but I don't care to lose that job. I never needed that job. That job was something to be my vehicle to get to these things. And funny because I don't actually have the vehicle, but it is the vehicle to get me to those things, having a steady income. But at the end of the week, I started looking at it like, man, I'm getting fucking pennies for the 40 hours a week I'm putting in here. I'm only clearing, just over $1,000 every 2 weeks after taxes and shit like that. I was like, something isn't right here. This isn't my efforts aren't being valued. I'm not getting paid enough for the bullshit I'm doing and the stress I had to deal with on top of that. That just was fucking retarded. But I want to get my, a dog up in Philadelphia. The dog that you guys see, Ruka, she's not mine. My buddy Alex that I live with, it's his family's dog. I got the whole downstairs of the house. They got upstairs, whatever. But she always chills with me. Probably sleeping in my bed right now, to be honest with you. But she's not my dog, unfortunately. I just take care of her because she needs some love. So whatever. I want to get into a relationship. It's been like 3 years since I've been in a real relationship. So that would probably be pretty dope to kind of get to that point. Stay in shape and be happy. And I mean, happiness doesn't become a result of that. It's how you feel. If you want to feel happy, you can feel happy despite all of the shit going on. Like there's people that have everything and they're not fucking happy. You know what I mean? None of this stuff will make you happy. You got to be happy yourself. So I don't know. Just know where you're going. Use these little clues and tips and stuff like that. Look, this is one here, and I got another one pretty similar to that, but I constantly write these things down. Like, I don't have any debt. I don't. What's so funny about this is I wrote this down on the 25th of April. I put my 2 weeks in May to start a new job. I'm not kidding. I literally wrote that shit down 8 days into the month. No 2 weeks. 2 fingers. Fuck you, motherfuckers. But I've got a job to pour some epoxy. I got that all mapped out, so I'm going to be working on that for my homie Steve, the tattoo artist. And like I said, guys, it ain't the end of the world. Sometimes you're going to be pushed into a position that you're not sure about, but you got to go into that with faith. And that's that believing in God and whatever the fuck you believe in, but believe in something because it helps a lot. And yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. I woke up and I said, yo, I feel like today's going to be a great fucking day and I'm excited for it. Turns out it is a great fucking day. I got freedom again. I got some opportunity. Things are going good. So I'm going to go to the gym in about a half hour just because now I got the time to take advantage of all this shit. I'd be silly not to. Within the first hour of me being home, I was offered a part-time position for a Web3 company. And you guys are going to be seeing that and watching me play a bunch of these games and having some fun. If you like meme coins, you like, Pokemon, trading cards and ripping packs, and you like playing games, this is going to be for you. So take notice to that. Shout out to Dragon Swap. Shout out to the Drill Club. Both those guys give me a lot of support in this space. Obviously, Dragon Swaps helps me out with the ambassador badge. It's not a job or anything. I'm just, with them. If you guys ever got questions about Dragon Swap, let me know. Hit me in the DMs. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Answer what I can. I don't know everything. I'm not a fucking guru when it comes to the Dragon Swap DeFi side of things, but I can find out for you and I can ask questions. I can do my own research, but I am really good at being a dragon. I got a blue dragon costume over there. So shout out to them. And then shout out to the Drill Club. Shout out to Dippo and all the homies over there. If you don't have yourself a Drill Club, I think you probably should get one. Just going to say that. I'm not going to tell you to, but there's an art upgrade coming. I've got some sneak peeks and exclusive access to what they got going on over there. So you know the drill, man. Go ahead and get yourself a Drill Club. It's one of the number one NFT collections on Say. And if I can have any control or power in making it the top collection in Say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do everything I can to. I've suggested to Kaido to implement leaderboards for NFTs. And what I mean by that is, let's just use Say as an example. You can use any fucking chain you want to, but let's use Say as an example, right? Shout out to Say, sick merch, relentlessly scaling the EVM. But let's just say that you're taking a look at your leaderboard, and let me just pull up the leaderboard. Let's take a look at it like this in real time. I gotta pay the fucking bill for I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not paying anything. I canceled all my subscriptions to literally everything in the fucking world, and all I got is a phone and a house to live in. Everything else is canceled. I mean, I got a gym too, but all right. So this is current leaderboard stats, whatever I got for in the last 24 hours. It's not easy, but it's simple. You just have to start learning the game, and you have to start applying that shit. It's not just sharing stats and loving the chain and shit like that. All you're doing is just posting a bunch of fucking nonsense that everybody else is posting. That starts to get saturated and it starts to get diluted, and nobody gives a shit about it, to be honest with you, because they can find it themselves if they truly care about it. I don't know why this thing looks so funky, but we're just going to keep fucking with it until it works. That looks better. I'm not hating on any of you guys that's your tactic. I'm going to, engage with it as best I can to give you some kind of relevant response to it, but it's not the best content to put out there. There's no reason why you shouldn't, except for you might be getting the same exact people responding to that. So when you're trying to earn Yaps with Kaido, don't do the same thing over and over and over again, thinking like, all right, it's just routine now, because like that routine becomes effortless and just kind of boring. You know what I mean? Like nobody new is going to be looking at that. They might see it, but like you got to ask yourself, if you were scrolling through, are you going to stop and read it if it wasn't your friend? If you answered probably not, then well, what do you think happens to your shit? You know, no offense on that, but all right. So, for instance, here, this isn't the leaderboard. These are my thingies. So let's just go to say, and I'll blow this up a little bit so you guys can see it. But I'm pumped on the Yaps there. It's not like I come across them every single day, but earning them is good. There's a lot of people that are much higher and have a significantly less amount or total of Yaps. So it shows your quality. It's not even a quantity thing. Guerrilla fucking warfare with these leaderboards is not the way to go. It's just good content that people want to see and interact with, and you give a take, have a genuine conversation. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, bullish," to the moon, like all those kind of things. Like AI is going to look and be like, "This is not a good, response to this. This is just words and like word vomit almost." So, all right, this is taking forever because I got too much shit open up and streaming and on Wi-Fi. So whatever, dude. Who gives a fuck? All right, come on. Well, we'll let this load. But no, man, it's been a lot of fun. Fucking, on this grind for Kaido. I almost faded it in the early beginning because I was in groups with like a lot of the Say OGs that were like, "That shit's fucking gay," and some of them aren't on the top because they don't feel like they want to participate in this or whatever. I don't understand that, because if you like the chain and you want to see the best success for the chain, you might want to put the most mind share through the chain. So let me tie into the mind share. This is taking fucking forever. Let me try it one more time to refresh it and see if that helps at all. So if you were to take all of the NFTs on Say and give them an opportunity to compete in a leaderboard standings, it's going to do a couple different things, in my opinion, and from what I can see. It's probably going to incentivize people to want to get some of these more popular collections. They're going to want to get the collections that are loud, the communities that are loud, rather. The communities that are showing up on the timeline every single day, talking about, the new, cool, innovating, and just working with people. I think that that's a huge part of it. And I want to, damn, Bando's all the way back down there. That dude talks so much shit about being in first place. I'm sorry if you get offended, Bando. If you're watching this, I did call you out yesterday for your copy paste shit, because Devil was the one that said something about it in the Telegram. And maybe it was one or two times, but to me, if somebody's willing to do that early and they get caught but they don't admit it to themselves, I think you're full of shit. And I think anybody, not just you, but if you don't bring it up and say, "Oh, guys, I just want to let you know," but if you got called out and now you stopped and it was the only time, you're a fucking liar, dude. Like, we've been around the block. That's bullshit. And just go ahead and report people like that. I'm not saying to go report Bando. He's a good kid. But don't fucking lie. And because obviously, you were fucking number one forever. But not just him, anybody in particular. So my point with this is, if you see all of these PFPs right here, right? That's the mind share for Say. I don't know how to get on that damn thing, but let's see where I'm at on this today. All right. I'm at 27 out of 100 on the 30-day. So if it was top 50, just to include me, because I don't want to, not include myself, but you have the tiers 1 through 10, 11 through 20, etc., etc., etc. So you have whatever PFP that is. You have a 101, so that's like I don't think that would count because it's not one. It's like a mix of them. All of these aren't real PFPs. Philip would work because he has a fucker. Ryuzaki, I think that's how his name. I think he has a real one. But what my point is, the people that have legitimate NFTs from a collection, not a 101, not a honorary, not a fucking screenshot, right click, copy pasta, whatever. Real NFTs supporting the ecosystem. Anything else is not doing that. Like even my PFP, I would have to go back to the original one. So it is registered as, or categorized as a Say NFT. I think that would be extremely fucking dope, because if you start to see like, all right, there's a bunch of fucking drills in the top 10 or top 50, you might want to get into that community and say like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Like imagine seeing a bunch of fuckers at the top. Fuckers are a pretty popular project on Say. So you do see a lot of them on here, but it would have to be Say. It would have to be native. It would have to be unedited. It would have to be, just what was minted on there. But if you start to see a correlation of that, you can start to reward the same way with Yaps or create incentives from the ecosystem or from the network. And why wouldn't you want to bolster your community? Why wouldn't you want to support them and rock out? Why does that? What is going on? I can't hear myself again. All right, we're back. It's crazy. But I don't know. That was an idea I had. I mean, Bando has the farmer. It would be cool to see a bunch of them at the top. But my point is, if you were incentivized to rock a specific PFP, you don't think that people would start to do that? Like, if you had to show proof of ownership by like having that in your wallet, and then that PFP that's tied to your name on Twitter, like authorizing that, and then Kaido would do its thing, right? Something like that. I don't know. That's just an idea I have. And I think it would be pretty dope to see that kind of competition, because we're seeing it already in just trying to, beat people in the timeline and work your way up. And people that say that they're not trying to, or whatever the case is, well, that's on you, dude. Like, that's totally on you. And you get what you deserve, because it's kind of crazy. And I don't know why you would want to do that. If you stake your Kaido and you have Yaps, there's a multiplier for that. If you were listening and paying attention to the post, video content's going to start being reviewed on Kaido on TikTok. And fortunately for me, I was working with G Media and built my account up, with geopolitical stuff, not as much crypto, but over the last 3 months, I've segued it completely crypto, renamed it to SMS crypto. And it's working, man. I'm trending in every single platform I'm using. My numbers are going up. Let's see. I'll show you a chart on here. Doc Studio. So 7 days, I'm up 57.9% with 1,674 more views, 58 likes, 4 new followers. Chart looked good. You know what I'm saying? And that came from crashing out, burning. That came from, people like, not going to say their bitch ass names, but people talking shit on the timeline. I would not say that shit face to face. I'll fuck you up. Straight up. Like, I just don't understand these people. I will see you again, and we might have that conversation. So just keep it 100. I mean, that's just the way it kind of goes out here. I think people forgot that there's a real world out here, and like they're probably the people that played video games and argued with people and said, "You're a faggot, dude." Like, okay, you're in your basement, homie. But let's see. The Instagram. Oh no, this is YouTube. 6 weeks in a row. So you take yourself serious, you start to see direct results on there. And this is specifically because of the fucking Canary Capital motherfuckers. They straight up were like, you have 1,000 followers, you don't have $1 million, we're not gonna waste our time and talk to you. And I was like, oh shit. Well, you're right. I do have a small account compared to some of the others, and you are right that I probably could be doing better on the money side, but I'm dead set on fucking getting myself up there. I want to make sure that I have that money, or at least close to it. I want to make sure I can just fucking destroy what I used to know as far as stats and the numbers. I'm dead ass serious. I want 10,000 fucking subscribers, and it's not going to be easy. I don't have the same platform, reach, or voice. I can make it though. I can grow it. People that have started after me have just skyrocketed, but my content before was kind of shit. It was very niche, very dedicated to NFT projects, reading white papers, not knowing what the fuck mattered, what I was doing. A lot of it's probably vaporware. 90% of it, the projects I covered probably aren't even around anymore. But I'm seeing what works, talking about Bitcoin, talking about meme coins, showing people how to get involved into certain things. I think this looks cooler when it's in the shot, so I gotta fix this. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter, but it looks cooler. All right, what was I doing? Oh, YouTube. I wanted to show you the stats on there because I like seeing this shit. And then we'll go to that post so I can break that down. And I think I got about 15, 20 more minutes. But it's, dude, this is fun being back on stream. I haven't done this in quite a while. I've been working and hating it. And here we are. All right. So let's see analytics. You can't tell me your boy ain't putting in work, homie. Like, look at that shit. Trust me, I know there's other people out there, but they're not me. They weren't here, and they're not there now. Like, the growth is the thing that just, bottom line, just got me pumped. More followers, more watch time, more views. Again, I'm sure that there's somebody out there that, you know, oh, this guy has that. I don't fucking care. Like, I just don't care. And then what else was I posting on? Oh, the Instagram. Let's see what that one looks like. This one's probably not as hot. I don't even think I have it. Oh, there it is. So SMS crypto. I've got 10 followers on there now. Like I said, I started with nothing. I'm not using any hacks, any engagement stuffs. I don't know. All I know is to show up and put your work in there. But you guys want to follow me on there too? Putting all the content on there. I had to make a new one because I wasn't going to use like the old one. People from whatever part of my life, they're gone. But yeah, man, that's that. The Titcoin, that's been doing tremendous. I was posting about that. I actually saw that from the girl Jade. She was posting about it. She has big tits, and go figure. But sorry, no, that's probably rude, but whatever. I mean, you should post pictures, big tits, and Titcoin. Why would you want to fucking follow that? So I paid attention to it, not just because of that. This chick, I don't know if she has inside information or she's just that damn good, but she's always posting wins. So I started watching a little bit closer, see what she was talking about, watching it. Saw some photo on a coin. I was like, all right, well, I went from house to neat. House looked like it was about to burn down. Neat was doing good, ran that up. So it was a neat choice to make that. Then I circled back. I was like, wait a second. I wrote down Titcoin about 2 weeks ago. Let's go take a look at that. And I looked at her page and I saw that she was talking about, you know, buying the dips and all of that kind of shit. So I was like, fuck, let me get into Titcoin. Let me see what we got going on over here. So I did that. And, well, Titcoin's cooking, man. Let's see. I don't know if, no, wrong John. Where we at? You know what I'm saying? Holy shit, dude. Holy fuck. Yeah, I don't want to show you my balance, but there's Titcoin. Doing pretty damn good. Yo, I'm over at least 1 or 2x's right now. No, maybe just like 1.5x right now, to be honest with you. That's good. I'll take it. Pengu's up. I'll take that. Kaido is fucking cooking at $1.38. I was buying this at 88 cents. I mean, I believe in what they're doing. I think that that's just going to continue to grow. So, yeah, all of those coins are doing pretty good. I mean, we still have our other bag of shit. It's Ponky. Where are all these coins? Where did I put them? I can't remember. Don't really care right now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to show you as far as that. That's enough about all of that crypto stuff. We're going to talk more about it, but just kind of wanted to break things down. So I want to show you this too. And I don't think this looks the best way. Oh, this is a Notion thing. I don't want this to be a Notion setup. Just put it like I had it. All right, so I'm using ChatGPT to schedule out every single day, and I do it literally hour by hour. I start it with, you know, first thing in the morning. I'll read this to you. I wake up, water, affirmations, prayer, light stretch, and then I walk outside, like just go outside, breathe air, get oxygen into your lungs, and then it goes straight into, where are we at? Why is it starting me at? And this is at 4 a.m. I mean, I get up pretty fucking early. I know not everybody likes that or wants to do it. That's just the kind of person I've been. Worked construction for 16, 17 years. It kind of drilled that into me and built that internal clock. So even though I set an alarm, I wake up at about 3:50, 3:45 every single fucking day. And I'm not mad about it, dude. Like, I get more shit done in a daily day than the average person, and that has to wait to the weekend to do it just because they're lazy. All right, so yeah, wake up, water, pray, brush teeth, affirmations. I do 10 minutes of meditation, and then I have the coffee, shower, smoke a joint, eat, and engage on X. That's when I start to, see where my replies are at. At 8 p.m., that's basically when it switches over for the day for me, which, however, X does that. Whatever clock that they're following, I think it's like a UTC. Anyway, doesn't matter. Whenever that switches over, I try to get myself before I go to bed between like 70 and to 100 replies. So when I wake up, this little morning session doing all of these kind of things, I can probably get another 50 to 70, 100, something like that. Then throughout my day while I was at work, I was struggling to keep up with work and to do this. So they didn't like that I was doing that, but they didn't have a way to stop me from doing that because it was independent. You could, get the work done. You can get the work done. That's as simple as that. But I see their point. To their point, they wanted me so focused and driven on there. Well, I'm not a slave. You're not going to drive me like that. You treat me like shit, and I can do this at home. You're just making it harder for me to control me, micromanage me. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. But I try to manage that at work. Then I would get home. I have from like 4 to 7:30 to basically crack down and hit my mark if I haven't hit it by then. Typically, the way I was doing it, I was able to achieve those points and those marks and, get where I needed to be. Let me show you real quick the premium side of this. Time we got 10:30 on the dot. All right, check it. So this is the last 3 months of my activity, basically a little bit after the beginning of the year, right after the creator round and all of that kind of stuff. So we had a little bit of I don't know, I guess I was fucking just not happy or something. I don't know what was going on. I guess this was also after the trips, and I just hit a low. Kind of got depressed about it, things going on. I think it has a lot to do with what was going on outside of this space. This space brings me fucking excitement, joy, energy, all of that shit. Like, it's easy to be here, but to work a job that's draining you, like, I know that I was fucking burning myself out and crashing out. And some people took shots at that, and I pray that they don't have that happen to them, and I pray that they don't become such dickheads that they teach their kids to be like that. Because typically when people are like that at this age, they got impressionable children, and you're setting the world up for a fucking cocksucker, and nobody likes those people. So they'll get beat up by people like me that get tired. That just, I mean, there's not a lot of us out there anymore. Most of you guys are softer than snowflakes, but it is what it is. So my goal, like I said, here's the mark for impressions. I don't really follow that. I try to make sure I hit 200 for replies. So you can see where my goals are at work, trying to hit these some days better than others, and then drop off the face of the earth on the weekend, pick back up on Mondays. My week sucks, fucking hate my job, back to shit on the weekend. Same fucking cycle, but worse. And then this is like the last couple of weeks I've been dealing with, where it's like I really hit that point of like, man, this shit sucks. And here is exactly where I kind of had that whole crash out situation. You can see the engagement was through the roof when this shit happened because people responded to it. And that's the thing, man. There was so much more good that came out of this than bad. The few bad people and the people that didn't, that I thought were, in my corner, I simply just blocked them, or not blocked them. I, unfollowed them or muted them, and people were like, oh, that's so gay. Motherfucker, if I'm in face to face with you in a bar and I don't like you, I'm moving away from you. I'm not going to ask you to move. I'm not going to sit there and give you that fucking power. I'm just going to remove myself from the situation. There's more than what meets the eye. Like, if you're in one place, oh shit, there's another place you can go to. Crazy to think that. And for people to say like, don't delete your whatever followers or whatever, I mute people because there's some people I like you, but like, I just don't fucking want to see your shit. Personally, I think that's okay. You're allowed to do that. And somebody doesn't like it, well, fuck you. But when I did that, it cleared the noise. When I removed, the people that I was like, why aren't these guys like support me? I'm fucking showing up for them. These are supposed to be why aren't we supporting each other? Well, your friends aren't going to support you. And I took it a little bit further. Those aren't your friends. because all of these other people that I've started connecting with and growing with and seeing better results and seeing some moves being made, they're better friends than these fucking people that I've, gone out on a limb for, people that I've helped. And it's like, you gotta be real with yourself. Sometimes we hold on to what we believe, and in reality, that's not the case at all. So if you could take anything from that, just reevaluate your circle and be comfortable with letting people go. They will let you go quicker than you would. So just keep that in consideration, and keep the door open. If they want to come back around, that's fine. They can do that, but it's going to be on them, not you. It should never be on you on that one. So I don't know. Set yourself with a goal of how many replies you want to make. That seriously improves your engagement. It improves your visibility. It improves everything. So like I said, when I hit this point right here and I just dropped off, like I didn't post anything damn near on that day. Like it was like very dismal. Oh no, what's this one right here? Like it was rough couple days. And I said, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna let this shit beat me. And it took a little bit, but I started putting the work back in, and slowly but surely, one day after another, higher. And then I found, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna work hard before bed. We're going to work hard in the morning. We're going to schedule things out. And how do I stay up to date with that? That sounds fucking crazy. Like this. It's not the easiest thing to do. So wake up, do all that shit. That's 4 a.m., 5:30 to 6. Get on GM chat. I was usually getting on, doing a market update, yada, yada, yada. Work no longer. So that will be certain thresholds between that time frame. I'm going to fill in with stuff I got to do, whether it's art, applying resumes, working with I just got hired for a part-time job with a company you guys are going to be seeing a lot of. I'm pumped for that, dude. I have so much fun playing this fucking game. So I'm excited. But yeah, you'll see more of that. We're going to be working out in the middle of that time too. So when I have, when I get done all of that, it should be like, I don't know, 2-3 o'clock, but everything being done, that gives me a chance to get ready for the prime time for the evening hours, to put another piece of content out where people are getting off work between 3 and 5. Like I'm literally studying what is the best time to post, what is the best time to do this, how often, what are the records with this. Like I don't know, that's just something I've never done before, because I needed to establish myself and show myself that I could do this. Now I need to fucking hone in. Now I need to, like, I listen to everybody else bitching and they're trying to make it on X, they're trying to make it on abstract. I'm gonna be very clear with you. It ain't fucking happening. Like, not yet. Not you were going to lose traction in other areas by focusing on what nobody's paying attention to. Find a balance with that and take that for what you will. But what I decided to do was my main focus, so I can, at one point in my life, I want to go back to that fucking asshole at Canary Capital and tell that bitch, now my account's up here. Now I've got the funds and I don't want to deal with you. I just want to have this meeting to tell you, fuck you. I don't care if it takes me 2 years. Jack Burke, I'm going to find your ass. I saw your little bitch ass face on LinkedIn. You look like a pussy. And you shouldn't talk to people like that. I would never talk to somebody like that, especially somebody that's helping with a blockchain that I'm starting to partner and work with. I would never fucking do that. And if somebody that worked for me did that, you're toast, homie. Like, you got to treat people better. I don't care if anybody has an objection on that. It's simple as that. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And the thing about it was, it's like that little video where I forget the guy's name, where he's like, fuck you, watch this. Like, that shit clicked in my head. I was like, all right, you're right, dog. You are right. I got a small account. I don't have any money that you give a shit about. I'm not worth your time. But it will fucking get me where I need to be. It did ignite that spark of like, okay, we could do this. Like, it's as simple as showing up and getting better at your craft. So we hone in on our crafts. We set our goals. We decide what we want to fucking do. We use that shit as energy and be okay with talking about it. Because, like I said, man, he wasn't wrong. He's a dickhead, but he's not wrong. And that's okay. I like people like that, to be honest with you. Like, I'm kind of like that. Some people don't like my spicy takes, but it is what it is. If I can clearly see a pattern here, if I can clearly see, what you're doing, I'm going to say something about that. All right, so let's just take a look at the week real quick. On this one, I wanted to show you this. But anyway, that other thing, just showing you, like, time management will make you so much more effective, so much more efficient, and you're going to find time that you never knew existed. It's worth it. So here are the stats There's Friday. This week has not been or Sunday, and then look, Monday 161, a little low. We hit 200. 200 was my goal. That was the minimum that I wanted to hit. 396, and we're about, what's that, 63 away from 200 here. I've got 10 hours to fucking crush it. No, not 10 hours. Am I fucking retarded? No, I do it. 9.5, right? Yeah. All right, 9.5 hours. So I don't know, guys. If you think I'm crazy, just look at what I'm doing right here and look at the numbers. That's the stuff that works. That's the stuff that I'm finding that works. Now, as far as the yapping, as far as earning yaps, working your way up the leaderboard, you can read as much as you want to. You can try all the different things you want to. It's going to take honest, genuine, real effort. It'll come if you're consistent and you start to change your way up. If you're constantly bitching at people, calling people out, like in a negative way, not a constructive way, like there's a very clear difference. Like if you're like, oh, these guys don't fucking support me, it's like, oh, they're gonna see that and be like, well, this has no benefit, relevancy, and this is kind of like noise on the timeline. They're gonna be looking for people, that are contributing. So I don't know, whatever your game is, get better at it, because the time's now to take advantage of those things and see where it can take you. I don't think I had anything else I really wanted to. Oh yeah, I did. My bad. I want to read that article real quick because it's funny. Let me look at these comments real quick. Respond to some of yous on here. Shout out to everybody that said something today, something regarding my decisions and in support. I appreciate that shit big time. Okay, nothing too crazy here. Brain jar. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, you're getting shilled a fucking coin. Bill. I'm not buying shill Bill. I'm buying bonk. There's no fucking way I'm buying anything you guys send me to DM. It's probably gonna fucking rug. Like, if you want me to talk about your coin in a positive way, send me some of that shit so I don't fucking waste my time. Just send me USD. I'll make a decision if I want to buy it after that. But if you're sending me the shit, dude, I will literally never, ever buy it. No offense. What the fuck is this guy? Cap's another one. He's the founder of Fuckers. He said some smart shit. And then look, he says this dude's a fucking dick. I'm gonna be honest with you. He always does this shit. And he's a loudmouth, talks in all caps. He had some slick shit to say after that whole situation. But he also is the kind of person that says he doesn't put his personal shit on there. 2 days later, he posted some personal shit. And he's also one of those people that invited me to be on a space. So Cap, respectfully, I'm not with your shit. Don't like it. Don't like the kind of person you are. You didn't need to invite me to your space to make a mockery of that situation. You and Roy both fucking tagged me on the timeline. I'll never show up and be your puppet. I don't play those fucking games, and I don't care for you, dude. You could do better, and I don't think you care. So, whatever. Welcome to crypto Twitter. That's what I was told from Roy when I said something about how they were roasting Dragon Swap in the Say What space. He's like, welcome to crypto Twitter. Man, it ain't like that. That's just you. That's your perspective of what crypto Twitter is, homie. And it's kind of gay. But whatever. I guess that's your cup of tea, pimpin'. But yeah, the signs are on the walls. They're on the timeline. It doesn't take much to see it, but I'll catch up with you guys after the gym. I'm going to go take care of some shit and have a good day.